Yeah, Deirdre here from Starwise Clairvoyant Astrology. Just popping in today to just give you a bit of an update on what's going on. So as we know, Neptune has now moved into Aries. So this is one of the biggest, most significant moves of the year, if not the decade. It's a very, very big move of Neptune. So it's starting a whole new cycle and a whole new sign of the zodiac. So as he moves along, he's at 0 degrees of Aries now, and there's still quite a few planets in the final degrees of Pisces, which means that because Neptune's only just moved into Aries and these planets are at their very end of Pisces, they're actually affecting each other or conjuncting each other and therefore influencing each other's behavior. So this is a really sort of important shift that we're going through at the moment where, the power of Neptune and Aries is really asking us all to focus more on ourselves and what you feel to be true and what aligns properly with you. And this is really important because, as the world at the moment, there's just so much going on up there. There's so much chaos, there's so much upheaval, and there's so much misinformation as well as good information out there. And so it's the more we get inundated with all of this and sort of thrown at us all the time, the more the only choice you really have at the end of the day is to go within and to start relying on yourself a whole lot more than what you've done before. And this is what's really important. So we've got this Aries energy of Neptune that really encouraging us to put ourselves first, to go with what feels right for us, to be more authentic, more aligned with who we truly are. And then at the moment, we've also got Mercury in retrograde in Pisces. So Mercury is all about our communication. And when he's in Pisces, it's about how can we communicate from a higher perspective? How can we bring more awareness and more information, more knowledge, which is from a higher perspective or a deeper perspective to everything that we do, everything we communicate, and everything that we get involved in. And then we've also got Venus in retrograde, also in Pisces, and right next door to Mercury at this time. So Venus, when she's in retrograde, she's really asking us to re-look at our values. What's really important to you? What do you align with? What are your morals? What are your ethics? When you're going about doing anything, because that's another really important thing to line up with that Neptune and Aries is that what you see is got to be what you get. And so we're all really learning at this time to walk the walk and talk the talk, and to be the real definition of you, not what you think you should be, not what other people want you to be, but definitely just who you are and who you want to be. So we've got all this encouragement at the moment from the planets. It's even though there's been a big shift of Neptune, which could usually be very disruptive, it's actually, in some ways, it is being disruptive, but on a deeper level for each of us as individuals, everybody's feeling a little bit more empowered, a little bit more clear, a little bit more, maybe a little bit more aware that you can do it, that you are enough, that you can put your plans into action, that you can take the lead or take responsibility for what's going on. You can do it all. And the other planet we've got, or the placement we've got at the moment, is the North Node, is also in the very end degrees of Pisces. And so the North Node brings new opportunities. And when she's in Pisces, it's very much about, okay, you're going to be giving you some new opportunities, some new chances and things coming your way, but they're going to be from a higher perspective. So, what is being brought to you, you're being asked to look at, how can I do this for the highest good of all concerned, including myself? But so this isn't so much about, same old, let's just get a new job, let's just get a new relationship, let's just move to a new house or anything like that. Yes, all of those things can happen, but they're all happening for a higher purpose. So you're not just making any old move into any old thing. This is really important, whatever you're doing at the moment or looking to move into, because remember with the planets in retrograde, we're not making any big moves right now, not until after the 7th of April or even a bit later. Maybe the 12th would probably be the best time to really start putting things out there, the 12th of April. But up until then, we are re-looking, we're revisiting, we're reassessing everything that we're doing to make sure that when we do go to take action, that we do have all of our ducks in a row, that we do have all the information we need, all the support we need, all the insight we need, everything that we need to actually be successful in what we're going to do. So use this time at the moment. It does kind of feel like someone's put the handbrake on and things aren't really moving at all, but that's how it's supposed to be in a retrograde. Things are meant to sort of slow down and go a bit slower. So don't panic. I sort of really feel, because, everybody's going through this. So I do feel that once, Neptune really gets to move into Aries, and once after I don't know the exact date off the top of my head, sorry, but by about the second week of April, and I'll come and talk to you about this, all the planets will be retrograde by then. That's Venus is the last planet to turn retrograde. Up until now this year, since January, there's always been at least one planet in retrograde, usually more than one. And now, as of, I think it's about the 14th of April, everything is in direct motion, which is always the green light. That means everything gets gets to get going again. So, you know, prepare for this, get ready for this, you know, look at all the things you want to do and what you want to create, have your schedule all ready to go. Sort of 8th of April will be fine. You can start acting on some things on the 8th of April, but anything really big that, you know, a big new program you're wanting to launch, or a big contract you're wanting to sign, or a big commitment you're wanting to make, I would really wait until at least maybe the 12th of April, maybe even a bit longer, towards the end of April if it's something really important, because you may want to wait for Venus to come out of retrograde as well, because that's important, because she will be, again, she's asking us to reassess and not take direct action at this time. And that might be especially true when it comes to Venus, when it comes to money or relationships, you know, a romantic, important relationships, not making too much of a commitment there till you've finished reassessing everything that's going on there. So good luck with these energies, and I'll be back again to talk to you soon. Bye.